Hello, friends. Welcome to the course on Population and Society, presented by School of Distance Education, Department of Sociology, Kerala University. In this presentation, we deal with the Unit 1 of the Module 1. Unit 1 talks about need for population studies in India. Under this unit, we learn about the definition of population studies, subject matter and scope of population studies, importance of population studies, the difference between demography and population studies, concern of the study of population for sociology, contribution of sociology to the understanding of population, and significance of population studies in national planning. Introduction. Study of population deals with nature of population, the factors affecting population, and the consequences of population change. It is also meant for the population awareness and population consciousness of the ill effects of overpopulation and its remedial measures. Let's move on to the definition of population studies. What is a population? Population is the sum total of all the people who live in a particular geographical area and have the capacity of interbreeding. Population studies enables us to understand the consequences of population growth in a society. So, population studies is the scientific study of human populations. Subject matter and scope of population study. The scope of population study has two aspects. One is the relation between fertility, mortality, and population structure. This constitutes the core of pure demography. Now, the other aspect, that is more sociological, more behavioral aspect. That aspect deals with the causes and consequences of population change and the discussion of population problems. Subject matter of population studies. There are two kinds of population studies, micro level and macro level. In the macro level, the studies are concerned about the total population of region or a country or a group of people known to share a common culture or a genetic origin or some other common social, economic or other characteristics. Whereas the micro level uses individual, family, small villages, etc. as the unit of study. So, on the one hand, population studies are concerned with the quantitative study of the size, structure, characteristics, and territorial distribution of human population and the changes occurring in them. On the other, it is concerned with the study of the underlying causes of population phenomena. Population phenomena take place in a social setting and cannot be studied in isolation. Hence, while describing, comparing, or explaining the determinants and consequences of population, social phenomena have to be taken into consideration. Let's look at the importance of population studies. Population study is a collective study of human life. It registers facts from birth to death, including family, marriage, divorce, sickness, human growth structure, and strength. These facts are needed for those concerned with providing social utility services like education, medical care, and also it is used by legislatures, social scientists, administrators, policymakers, planners, researchers, and also industrialists. It is with the help of these figures that the government and planners can develop their future plan strategies and expansion activities. Thus, population studies help in understanding of the social problems and needs of the population, identification of the socio-cultural determinants of population variables, formulation of regulations about law and order and population statistics. It reveals the socio-economic conditions of the people. For example, living standards of various segments, conditions of labor, levels of production, consumption, and savings habits of all sections of society. It also assessed the public health personnel to know the causes of mortality for the measurement of birth rate and population growth and undertake preventive measures in the direction of ensuring human welfare. Now let's look at the difference between population study and demography. Broadly speaking, population studies is concerned with understanding what are the kinds of changes taking place in the size and nature of human populations. It is also concerned with why these changes are taking place. Demography refers to the hardcore analysis of numbers, while population studies look at the behavioral aspects affecting the reproductive behavior of people. Fertility, mortality, and migration are the three basic aspects which influence the population of a particular place. Demographers are interested primarily in population growth and reproduction from a mathematical point of view. Their study is in terms of the components of change. Population study, regarded as a broader term, encompass not only demography but also the less mathematical study of population composition and distribution. Thus, demography was formerly considered a part of population study, the mathematically more precise part. Now, let's look at the concern of the society, concern of the study of population for sociology. That is, why study of population is essential for sociologists or students of sociology. There is an interrelationship between sociology and demography. Sociologists are concerned with the analysis of the factors like population change and social change, social organization and division of labor in society, social dynamics and work participation, implication of age at marriage and population growth, sociology of fertility, population distribution and urbanization, slum development, sociology of migration, rural population, employment and population, poverty due to population growth, displacement, etc. Kingsley Davis has pointed out that the following areas of study involve a combination of demographic and sociological knowledge with regard to demographic behavior. Population change in relation to socioeconomic change, fertility in connection with attitudes and social institutions, labor force with respect to population structures as a social organization, and incidence of mortality in society. He further points out two other areas of study. These are internal migration and international migration. Let's try to understand this concept a little bit better. The intimate relation between sociology and the study of population may be found in the following areas. Population is influenced by socialization, education, and social system. Population or the group of social beings is the major component of society. Population growth very much depends upon the relationship between birth rate and death rate. Now let's see how birth rate and death rate are sociologically connected. Birth rate depends upon sexual intercourse between the male and female, which in turn is determined by social norms, customs, and tradition, making population growth not merely a biological phenomenon but also a social one. Death rate is also influenced by social factors. Growth in per capita income and national income, scientific progress, and equitable distribution are considerably affecting the death rate of a society. Population studies have a central role in studying society and its analysis of social structure, social problems. Without demographic knowledge, sociologists cannot work properly. Both subjects are closely related. Now let's look at the contribution of sociology to the understanding of population. There are practically two main approaches to the study of population. One is demographic and the other is sociological. Let's look at the demographic approach. It views population changes as autonomous or at least semi-autonomous. Semi-autonomous in the sense It is determined partly by population and partly by changes in their social environment. The assumption here is that though the demographic changes are linked to social changes, they are not completely dependent on or explainable by them. Sociological approach considers population changes as part of some deep-rooted social structural changes. So, it stresses the unfolding of hidden social changes to theorize about population adequately. In actual life, all problems connected with population studies are considered social problems. That is why, for solving population problems, sociological approach is needed and is unavoidable. Unless there is a society, there can be no demography, and so is the case with sociology, which must have a society consisting of human beings to study. Both subjects are intrinsically interconnected. If population growth rate is to be checked, the whole outlook of the society will have to be changed in such a way that in old age for social security, children are not essentially needed, and instead the state should come to the help of the aged and disabled and provide them sufficient social security. Sociologists always study the institution of marriage with keen interest. We also know that population grows not only due to biological reasons alone, but also on account of social outlook which the people have about the birth of their children. Thus, social outlook of population processes is also a subject of study of sociology, which is related to population studies also. It has been said rather rightly that fertility behavior and natural selection in the human species is always social selection. Death rate in a society is influenced and affected by social conditions like social habits, environments, living conditions of the people, etc. A sociologist will have to study as to what is the scientific advancement of the society and how far that has checked death rate. So, population problem is one of the basic problems of the society which gives rise to many other problems leading to social disorganization and disequilibrium. Significance of the study of population in national planning. Our unit itself deals with need of population studies in India or in country for planning. So here we deal with the significance of the study of population in national planning. In health planning, the study of population analyzes fertility rate and connected problems and helps health planning of country. Planning of food supply. Inadequate food supply results in growth retardation, high mortality rates, poor health, low physical activity, and consequently low productivity. Therefore, food supply must grow in relation with population growth. Thus, planning of food supply requires and presupposes population studies. Employment planning. Unemployment and underemployment is fast growing in our country. Thus, the importance of demography in employment planning is clear. Educational planning. The future educational needs are also made on the basis of estimates of growth of population. Housing planning. Demand for the housing increases with the increase in the size of population. Demographic data on fertility, migration, and mortality are very much required for housing planning. And at last, planning concerning migration. Large number of immigrants makes a qualitative change in the population of a country, particularly due to brain drain. Immigrant data is important to apply restrictions to the process of immigration, or rather uncontrollable immigration. Thus, migration statistics are very important for the government as well as non-government agencies. Thus, the importance of population study in national planning is very large. So, let's conclude. The study of population covering the demographic aspects becomes an essential need to undertake preventive and curative measures in the direction of ensuring population quality. The importance of population study in thickly populated country like India is very important for planning and development. Demography helps in the study of many problems such as age at marriage and implication for the future, family structure, composition of family, marriage practice, all in the context of population variables. Thank you.